Welcome to Daily Harmony, everyone.
Great to be here.
So today we're diving deep again. We're looking at a concept that I think can really shift how you see your place in the world. It's this idea, this sense that you have a unique function.
Yeah, a specific purpose, maybe even given to you, like a divine assignment.
Exactly. And we're centering this exploration around A Course in Miracles, specifically Lesson 212.
Which is actually a review lesson. It brings back Lesson 192. I have a function God would have me fill. It's a big one.
It really is. So our mission today, if you will, is to kind of unpack what this means. What could it mean for you listening right now?
Right. We'll pull from different takes on this lesson, look at the core ideas, why they matter.
And crucially, some practical ways maybe you can connect with a sense of divine purpose in your actual everyday life, not just theory.
Definitely. So that central idea from Lesson 192, it's basically saying each of us, you, me, everyone listening, we have this unique role, a function.
Assigned by God or spirit or whatever term resonates with you. The lesson encourages recognizing it, embracing it.
Yeah, embracing it with confidence, clarity maybe,
Yeah.
trusting that it's there.
Okay, so let's dig into that. Why is this idea so significant, do you think? What does it do for us?
Well, I think a huge part of it is reinforcement. It reinforces the idea that you're not separate. You're not just this isolated individual floating around.
You're part of a greater whole.
Exactly, a tapestry, a unified mind, whatever image works. And your individual function, your specific role, it actually contributes. It contributes to the collective healing, the betterment of the world, you could say, or the awakening of the sonship in Course terms.
And that's a powerful shift, isn't it? From feeling maybe alone or adrift to feeling like, oh, I actually have a part to play here.
A vital part. And the Course suggests that really understanding this, accepting this function, it can help dissolve those feelings of separation.
Or inadequacy, that feeling of not being enough or not knowing where you fit in.
Precisely. That nagging sense of lack. This lesson suggests that accepting your function fosters a sense of belonging, a sense of real purpose, which, let's face it, is something so many of us deeply crave.
Absolutely. Just think about it. That feeling when you know your life has meaning, that you're contributing something valuable, even if it seems small, it's incredibly empowering.
And this lesson is basically saying that inherent value, that purpose, it's already there, it's within you. It's not something you have to invent or earn.
Okay, so it's there, but how do we find it or connect with it? It can feel a bit abstract sometimes.
It can, yeah. But the sources we're drawing from offer some pretty practical ways to explore this. It's not about suddenly getting a cosmic memo, usually.
Right. So what's one way?
Well, one is simply reflection. Taking some time, maybe each day, maybe just regularly, to consider your unique contributions.
How you contribute through your job, maybe,
Yeah.
or your relationships, your passions.
Yeah, exactly. Through the things you already do. And asking yourself, how do these things align, or could they align, with a sense of deeper divine purpose?
So it's about looking at your current life through this new lens.
Kind of. And asking, what do I feel uniquely called to do or offer? Even within those existing roles. What feels like my way of extending love or forgiveness?
That makes sense. What else?
Another really tangible way is through acts of service, or just kindness, really, engaging in actions that resonate with you.
So if you feel a pull to help out or support people in need or just offer a peaceful presence.
That could be your function in action in that moment, even small acts. It's about listening to that inner nudge. The Course talks a lot about following the Holy Spirit's guidance.
Right. So like the example given, volunteering at a local charity, maybe, if that feels right for you.
It could be that, yeah. Or it could be offering forgiveness instead of judgment in a difficult conversation. Or simply holding a space of peace for someone who's struggling. It's about finding what resonates with your inner guidance.
And contributes to the well-being, the peace of others. It's not necessarily about grand gestures.
Not at all. It's often very simple, very present moment focused.
Okay, so reflection, acts of service. What else is suggested?
There's also meditative reflection, which sounds maybe a bit formal, but it doesn't have to be.
Like just sitting quietly.
Yeah, maybe setting aside just 10 minutes, focusing on your breath, letting thoughts come and go. And then, in that quiet space, gently asking yourself something like,
What function is God calling me to fulfill today? Or maybe even just, how can I be truly helpful today?
Exactly. The aim isn't necessarily to get a booming voice answer. It's more about cultivating awareness, developing a receptivity to that inner guidance, that sacred direction.
Creating space for it, letting the answer arise, perhaps subtly.
It's about openness.
Uh,
And related to that, another practice mentioned is using affirmations.
okay. How would that work with this lesson?
Well, you could create and repeat affirmations based on the core idea. Something simple like, I have a function God would have me fill, or
Maybe I am willing to see my purpose today, or I am open to receiving guidance on my function, something like that.
perfect. Affirmations like those can help cultivate a mindset that's more aware, more open to actually recognizing your function as it shows up in your life. It kind of primes the pump, so to speak.
Right. It helps keep the idea active in your mind throughout the day, so you're more likely to notice opportunities to fulfill it.
Exactly. It shifts your focus towards purpose and service.
Stepping back and looking at the bigger picture here, this whole idea of a God-given function, it really reinforces that interconnectedness we talked about earlier.
It absolutely does. Your unique contribution, your specific way of extending love or forgiveness, it isn't just for you. It's not solely about your personal fulfillment, although that often comes.
It plays a part in the larger divine plan. Your healing contributes to the whole. Your peace contributes to the whole.
Precisely. And the Course perspective is that as you live more in alignment with this function, which is ultimately always about forgiveness and seeing past illusions, you naturally experience a deeper sense of purpose.
And fulfillment.
Yes, fulfillment.
Yeah.
And you move away from those feelings of isolation or comparison or that sense of not being enough because you recognize your inherent value and role.
It replaces striving with allowing.
Trusting. I think that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Trusting that you have a function and allowing guidance to show you what it is moment by moment.
So to make this really practical for people listening, the material poses a key reflection question. It's a really good one.
Yeah, it's designed to bring it home, basically. How can I better align my daily actions with the function I believe God has assigned to me?
And also, what steps can I take, maybe even small ones, to embrace this function more fully in my life?
That question is so crucial because it encourages you, the listener, to actively consider how this concept translates into your everyday choices and interactions. It bridges the gap between the idea and, well, living it.
It makes it less of a lofty spiritual concept and more of a guiding principle for how you show up.
Right. How do I embody this peace, this forgiveness, this service right here, right now, in this situation?
So wrapping things up a bit, this deep dive into Lesson 212, reviewing Lesson 192, it really offers a potentially transformative lens, doesn't it?
It really does. A way to view your life, your contributions, big or small, not as random or meaningless, but as purposeful.
It suggests your existence isn't accidental. You have a part to play in the divine unfolding.
And that by exploring your inner guidance, maybe through reflection or meditation, and by engaging with the world through kindness, forgiveness, and maybe your passions, you can connect with that deeper sense of meaning.
That sense of fulfilling the function God would have you fill.
Exactly. You find your place within the greater whole, not by searching frantically outside yourself, but by listening within and extending outwards.
So that reflection question is really the takeaway, isn't it? How can you, listening now, better align your daily actions with the function you believe you have?
And maybe even more immediately, what's one small step you could take today? Just one thing to embrace this idea a little more fully.
Maybe it's just pausing before reacting in a difficult situation and choosing peace instead.
Or maybe it's consciously looking for an opportunity to offer help or a kind word, or simply spending 5 minutes in quiet asking for guidance.
It's definitely an ongoing exploration, not a one-time fix.
Absolutely. It's a journey of discovery. The invitation, really, is just to remain open, open to the guidance, open to the possibilities.
And to trust that inner knowing. To trust that you do have inherent value and a unique contribution.
Yes, the unique contribution that only you can bring to the world, fulfilling the function you were given, trusting that sacred direction.